Hey guys and girls, Ryan from Revive here. Just get the camera right. So I've just been told in the last couple of videos the volume has been a bit quieter, so I'm going to try and speak up a little bit more today, so everything, so you can hear me clearly. So today I just want to answer a question that I get a lot, whether it be through inbox, people messaging me, even comments on some of our content we've got out there, and that is, what makes you and Revive Yourself different from every other health coach or health company out there, or nutritionist, etc. Now, I sometimes find this hard to answer, not because I don't know what makes us different, but the reason I find it hard to answer sometimes is because there's two ways of promoting yourself, two different ways. One is so if you want to build the biggest building in the city, you can either tear down everyone else and say well, everyone else is bad and rubbish and just try and tear everyone else down so your building's the highest, or you can just build your building higher than everyone else's. And that's the approach I'd rather take. I'm not here to try and tear anyone else down. I'm sure there's lots of phenomenal coaches out there that get fantastic results, and I know. And this is another aspect I always say to people: if I don't resonate with you, find someone that does, because there's some fantastic coaches out there that are getting fantastic results, and there's so many people that are ill in the world. There's enough people to go around to clients for us, or even people just to learn or to get optimal health. But I'm just going to go through a few things that makes us, I think, different to everyone else. Number one would be, I've got no agenda. Apart from getting you to be the healthiest version of yourself. I'm not backed by any big companies. I am not sponsored by anyone. In fact, I regularly turn down sponsorship from lots of different supplement companies that ask me to promote their stuff or products on my podcast or my videos, etc. I regularly turn them down because they're just not in line with what I do. I'll only promote products and different programs, etc. that are in alignment with what I do the best. I won't give you anything that I wouldn't take myself or give to my family, which I think is hugely important. Having that integrity is hugely important, and that's another thing. Telling the truth. Just telling the truth makes you stand out. The man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So I think that's number one. I've got literally no agenda apart from getting you to be the healthiest version of yourself. I'd say the other thing that makes us different is I've actually been through my own health crisis myself. I've been there. I know what it likes, the pain, the anguish, the frustration. I've been through I went through 5 years of torture at the hands of the medical industry, different medication, steroids, pills, surgeries, injections, went through it all. So I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to come out the other side, find someone, go through a mentorship with them, and to start healing yourself. And all the trials and tribulations that go with it, whether it be a healing crisis, hitting some roadblocks, hitting some turbulence. I know what it's like to go through that, and I think that's very, very powerful. A lot of doctors you go and see, we always say specialists in stuff. There's some people that know more and more about less and less until they know absolutely everything about nothing, because they don't understand the body as a whole, and they haven't been through pain. And so when you're saying stuff to them like, oh, this is happening, they don't understand. Or a lot of times, I know a lot of my clients have been to see doctors, consultant specialists like I did, and they even think that they're lying, or that it's all in their head, all these issues, when in fact it could be further from the truth. They just haven't got the skill set to identify the problems, and they don't actually know what's going on. By the way, if anyone's there, give us a holler out, let me know you're there, show me some love with some hearts, etc. Just so I know who I'm speaking to. But yeah, not having gone through their own health issues themselves can be a big problem, because they don't understand what someone's going through, how frustrating it is, the pain that someone can be in, and the ways to navigate through that. I'd say the next one, I think I'm at number 3 or 4 here. The next thing that can make us different is we don't just give you, if you work with us, first of all, I spend a long time going through a consultation process with yourself that you don't charge for. Our consultations are free. It's only if you work with us that the investment comes, where we really get to know each other. So I really like to delve deep into you, and then we go through a structure, and we put a structured process in place that will get you from where you are to where you want to go, which I think is hugely important. We don't just write programs and say go away and do that either. We give you unlimited support throughout. I think it's very, very important. There's lots of times people get a program or a nutritional program, etc., and they just said, go away and I'll speak to you in 6 weeks. That's not how we work. I know that you need that. That's one of the reasons why I give so much content away for free. You know, people, there's so much information out there. People don't know. They get confused and overwhelmed with it, and so like they're like, oh my god, Ryan, what way do I go? What should I do first, etc. That's one of the key things that we do. We give you unlimited support. I'm with you throughout the whole of your program, and I'm answering questions whenever you need them, and I'm actually checking in on you all the time to make sure you're okay. Obviously, we have to give the body time to adapt, etc. But I'm just making sure you're okay, because you can hit turbulence, as I mentioned before, hit some roadblocks. You can hit a healing crisis and think things aren't working when in fact they are, and it's very important for me to give you that support. And as I said before, that structure, so everything's lined out for you, so you have a roadmap, so you know where you're going, and you're not just in the dark and you're not blind. And everything that, if I want you to take something, etc., everything's lined out for you. We offer a concierge service where I make sure everything is in place for you, whether it's supplement wise, whatever else it is, detoxification methods. The other thing that makes us hugely different is when we don't just do nutrition. A lot of people still have that perception that we just do nutrition. Well, no, we look at the body completely holistically, because the mental and emotional affects the physical, and the physical affects the mental and emotional massively. You know, and I always say to people that the mental and emotional side of our programs are just as important, if not more important, than the nutritional side. Because if you're not right mentally, you're constantly stressed, then like 85 to 90% of the world population, it means you're constantly in your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight and flight. And if you're constantly in your fight and flight, your body's never getting the time to rest and recover, which is hugely important. It means you're constantly on alert. It means you won't be digesting your food properly or breaking it down. You know, won't be producing digestive enzymes in your mouth, chyme and bile in your gut. You'll be destroying your gut flora. You'll be taking away your hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes, and it's an ongoing problem, which becomes like a dog chasing its tail, and it becomes an expensive dog and an expensive tail. So the other thing we do is we look at the body as a whole, and we look at the mind, body and spirit going to energy work, etc., which is really, really important. And all this, we take away the confusion and the overwhelm and the frustration of not knowing where to go, and this is all set out in a process for you. The other thing is our programs are tailored towards you, the individual. Always say that although we've got a standard structure, there's no standard process because there's no standard individual. When a standard individual comes, then I'll be able to give them a standard program, but until that time, and doing this for 9 years now, I haven't seen any standard individual. So very, very important to give you a program that's unique to you, you know, because we're as different on the inside as we are on the outside. So there's no point in me giving you the same program as someone else. And your body's going to react differently. So we've got stages, we don't rush you through them, we wait until you hit stages along the way, and it takes away that overwhelm. You know, overwhelm only exists because you're at 1 and you want to get to 10, or you're at A and you want to get to B, and you don't know the path in between, and you get worried about what to do, and we take that all away from you, which I think is very, very important. So just to go back over that, you know, no agenda, just here to make you be the healthiest person possible, not sponsored by anyone, anything. I'm just here to try and get you to be your best. You know, also I said before, priceless personal experience of going through my own health issues, so I know what it's like. I know the pain and frustration you're going through, or have been through, or want to get out of. So I think that's hugely important. A lot of doctors, a lot of therapists, and they've been there themselves, don't understand what it's like to be in that pain, have that gnawing away at you every day. The structure that we give you, so we've got a program that goes all the way through. We don't just give you a program and say go away and give you email support. I'm with you throughout. I'm constantly in contact with you through phone and messaging, etc., just to make sure you're okay. And that structure is really important, so it's all mapped out for you, and that unlimited support. Also, I said before, that takes away the confusion, overwhelm, which is huge, and the fact that we look at the body as a whole. So I think that makes us, that's what's different about what we do compared to a lot of other programs, health programs, health coaches, and I generally become very good friends with my clients because I'm with them for quite a period of time. Our programs are not like a couple of weeks; we do things over months, because it takes time to adapt and to change and to embed these things, and it's all about making you the person who is going to be healthy. You know, we don't treat disease. Doctors do that: cut, poison, burn, medicate. What we do is we treat a person who has a disease, and we regenerate health. And we know a healthy person doesn't get disease. Health and disease they can't go together like oil and water. Healthy people don't get disease, and that's what we do, and that's what we do. So our programs are not just about getting you better, they're about teaching you how to continue to do that along the spectrum. So then you're that healthy person, you know, and you continue to do that. And even if you do step outside the lines every now and again, it's not a problem. We give you stuff that you can go if you go out with friends and family, if you go for a meal or go for a few drinks. We give you things that you can do to negate most of those effects. And it's just about you becoming the best version of yourself and growing and self-development. And we also have a community that we give you where all the people going through our programs are in that community, and where we share, and I just brainwash you with natural health and give you lots of homework to do, and it becomes a real it's a real community, real fun people in there, and people love it. So not only you get one-to-one support from me, you've got a whole community of people striving to all do things to make them to get their best self and to get healthier. So I hope that answers that question, guys and girls, of what makes us different. If you've got any other questions you'd like to know, then hit me up in the inbox and let me answer it for you, or you can send a comment below and I'll answer it for you. Otherwise, if you are going through a health problem and you would like some one-to-one support, you've got a few spaces left on our program for October, then hit me up with an inbox and we can book you in, said before, with a free consultation. Our consultations are free because I want to get to know you, want to see if we're a good fit, want to see if and how we can help you, and if we are, then only then will I offer you maybe a chance to work with us. Otherwise, guys and girls, as I said before, any questions, let me know. Otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.